My mom died on Christmas Day, and I'm so angry with her. My grandmother and I got up this morning at 5:30 and started preparations for Christmas dinner. My grandmother is 73 years old, and she still insists on making everything from scratch. She likes to start cooking early and be done with it so she can relax for the rest of the day. I was peeling potatoes in the kitchen. My grandmother was preparing the turkey. We were talking about my grandfather. He died 2 months ago from cancer. This was going to be our first Christmas without him. My mom was asleep in her old bedroom upstairs. She'd moved back in with my grandmother after my grandfather died, but really she just needed a place to live because she'd been evicted from her apartment again. My mom is not a morning person, so when it was noon and she still hadn't come out, we thought nothing of it. My grandmother went to check on her about 12:30. I heard her go up the stairs. I heard her knock on the door. I heard her call my mom's name. Then I heard her scream. I ran upstairs. My grandmother was standing in the doorway, her hand over her mouth. My mom was in her bed. She looked like she was sleeping, but she wasn't breathing. I called 911. The paramedics came. They tried to revive her, but she'd been dead for hours. We went downstairs and sat in the kitchen while they took my mom's body away. The turkey was still in the oven. I turned it off. According to her doctor, she must have had a massive heart attack in her sleep. She was 52. She smoked. She drank. She never took care of herself. My grandmother had begged her for years to see a doctor regularly. She never listened. My grandfather died 2 months ago, and my mom had been taking it particularly hard. The doctor said grief can trigger heart attacks. They call it broken heart syndrome. She loved her father more than anyone. More than me, certainly. At best, I tolerated my mother for my grandparents' sake. She left me with them when I was 9 months old and never came back. Dropped me off one day saying she needed a break. That break lasted 32 years. I'm 33 now. I've never really considered her a parent. I've dealt with abandonment and attachment issues my entire life because of this. I've been in therapy since I was 16. My mom was a selfish woman. When I was 7, she borrowed $5,000 from my grandfather to start a business. She spent it on a vacation with her boyfriend instead. She never paid it back. When I was 10, she promised to take me to the zoo for my birthday. I waited all day. She never showed up. She'd gone to a concert instead. When I was 14, she stole my Christmas money from my grandma. $200 that my grandma had saved for months. My mom took it and spent it. She denied it, but I knew. When I was 19, she called me at 2 a.m. because she'd been arrested for driving drunk. She wanted me to bail her out. I was 3 hours away with an exam the next morning. I told her no. She called me selfish. She didn't speak to me for 6 months. She was a liar. She'd tell my grandparents she was looking for work, but she'd spend all day at her friend's house. She was irresponsible. She's been evicted 4 times. She's had her car repossessed twice. She's lost jobs because she didn't show up. She was messy and chaotic. Her room was always a disaster. My grandmother would clean up after her like she was a teenager. I've dealt with so much stress and anxiety because of her. Every time the phone rang late at night, I'd panic. Every time she asked to borrow money, I'd feel guilty saying no. I deeply disliked her. I loved her because she gave me life, but I hated her as a person. I hated who she was. I hated what she did to my grandparents. And now she's dead and I'm so fucking angry. I'm angry that she died on Christmas, my grandmother's favorite day. Now it's ruined forever. Every Christmas from now on will be the day my grandmother found her daughter dead. I'm angry that my grandmother has now lost her husband and her daughter in the span of 8 weeks. She's 73 years old and she's burying her child. I'm angry that I'll never get answers. I'll never know why I wasn't good enough for her to keep. I'll never know why she could take care of her friends' kids but not her own. It's 8 p.m. on Christmas Day, and my mother is dead, and I don't know if I'm supposed to grieve or feel relieved.